Well, as Anthony Albanese leaves the door open to sending peacekeeping troops to Ukraine, in the UK, their Prime Minister Keir Starmer said he is willing to go as far as putting boots on the ground and planes in the air to defend any future Ukraine peace deal. At a meeting at Downing Street, Starmer told Volodymyr Zelensky he has the full backing across the UK. Joining me now is Sky News contributor Darren Grimes. Darren, wonderful to see you. Thank you for joining me. Look, Keir Starmer can't even secure his own borders and take control of his own country, but apparently is going to secure Ukraine. What is your take on this?
Oh dear, where do I start with this? I say to him a full-hearted, come off it. You know what you guys in Australia have managed to do with stopping the boats? Sir Keir Starmer can't exactly stop dinghies bobbing along across the channel. Yet now he sort of reckons that he's the next Churchillian leader of Europe charging into Ukraine. I mean, this is the bloke who can't protect Dover, suddenly promising to defend Donbass, right? He's strutting about like a peacock telling Zelensky that he's got the full backing of the United Kingdom. Well, I'm afraid to break it to Sky News Australia viewers that this is very much news to the British public, who can't even, one, get a GP appointment, never mind stomach funding another war. Our army has been shrunk to the size of a village cricket team. It's no wonder the Australians beat us so often. And then here's Captain Courageous offering boots on the ground and planes in the air. Like we've got an aircraft carrier parked up in Blackpool, ready to leave for Europe. I mean, this is absurd. Maybe Sir Keir ought to think about securing the British border before fantasising about saving Ukraine. Because I tell you what, focusing on the British priorities, I think that's actually the priority of the British public. But that probably is slightly too offensive for Sir Keir Starmer.
Yeah, look, probably. And the thing is that Trump has taught the world to put your own country first, and you've got the UK now trying to go out and save Ukraine. Australia is simply not far off. Look after your own backyard, I say. I think you're spot on, Darren. Now, look, we've got to talk about Meghan Markle, don't we? And where do we even begin with this one, Darren? Because her new Netflix cooking series, With Love, Meghan, has dropped in what can only be described as the most nauseating, insufferable load of nonsense. Actually, it gave me the ick, quite frankly. And no surprises, it's been a flop with an 11% rating from viewers, falling behind wrestling and sitcoms on Netflix. Now, have a look at the Montecito Martha Stewart herself show us some real craft and skill in the kitchen.
Peanut butter pretzels. I've been eating these forever, and I love these so much. My mom does too. I know that Daniel loves peanut butter. I'm still going to label this. You always want to be conscious if someone has a nut allergy. Great. I'm packing this all up so I can take it home and prep the guest room.
Darren, sorry, has she just poured a bag of pretzels into another bag? What sort of a genius are we dealing with here?
Oh, come on, Danica, don't be unfair. This is clearly the future of gastronomy. That's what it is. This is Meghan Markle's cookery genius. She teaches us mere mortals how to actually transfer a bag of pretzels into another bag. We wouldn't have known this had it not been for the genius of Meghan Markle. You know, several sources have said to me that Mary Berry and Prue Leith have actually resigned from their own shows, saying, come on a minute, I didn't think of this. I think actually this genius method deserves a $100 million Netflix deal. Artisanal snack relocation. That's what it is. It's genius. It's groundbreaking. That's what I would say. It's not with love, Meghan. It's absolute drivel. Meghan. That's what it is. And you said wrestling had beat this show as far as the Rotten Tomatoes ratings are concerned. Well, I'll tell you what, I'd rather watch two people sort of slamming each other on their backs than seeing this absolute madness in which actually she is debasing herself in front of the world and the media in order to try and bang a few bucks. They're maybe not too far away from each other. She is what I would call the Duchess of delusion, decanting what we would call crisps, while her celebrity mates sit around telling her how marvellous and unique she is, and how actually they'd forgotten to use her Sussex surname, which she should have given up when she gave up her royal title. It's a bit like Bake Off meets a self-help seminar. That's what it is. It's a complete waste of absolutely everybody's time.
Yeah, meets trad wife at the same time. And we've actually got that clip of Meghan correcting her friend for calling her Meghan Markle. Let's have a look.
I don't think anyone in the world knows that Meghan Markle has eaten Jack in the Box and loves it.
It's so funny, too, that you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know I'm Sussex now. You have kids, and you go, no, I share my name with my children.
Yes.
And that feels so... I didn't know how meaningful it would be to me, but it just means so much to go, this is our family name.
Darren, has somebody got a bucket? This is sickening. How can she seriously say that she is a Sussex? She is a non-royal.
I mean, that whole, it's so unique to be able to relate to my children like this. Oh, please. As if she's still knocking around the palace, still helping out in royal duties. She decided that cakes and rainy days in Blighty were too much for her. Sussex, she wouldn't know Sussex if, frankly, a deck chair in Brighton smacked her on the behind. She spent years trashing the monarchy, but now she clings on to the title like a toddler with a comfort blanket. It's frankly pathetic. She's about as royal as one of those sort of vegan rolls that we see dotted about the place to try and appease certain groups. The palace are totally over every single thing that this couple have to offer them. And if the ratings, as you mentioned, are anything to go by, I think slowly but surely Netflix will come to the sort of rationale that, frankly, they are over it too. It's an expensive deal for pretzel pouring, the title correcting, the desperate fishing for praise. This isn't cookery. This is a televised ego trip and an attempt to sort of feign relevance in an $8 million rented kitchen. I can't imagine anything more absurd in all my life. So you compare this between what's going on in Britain with war games, Meghan's 5-star snack transfers. It's absolutely no wonder that people look at our country and think that the United Kingdom have totally lost the plot. I mean, if this is the kind of sort of celebrity and leadership that we can expect in 2024, I have to say, God help us all, Danica. God help us all.
Oh, God help us all. Yeah, I must say, I do look at the UK at the moment. I think, Darren, I feel a bit sorry for you. I've got to admit. Darren Grimes, you are wonderful as always. Thank you so much for joining me on the show this evening.
Danica, always a pleasure. You're an absolute gem. Thank you so much.